Hey guys, we're here with Lucas, who just finished second place at the 3v3 for the Magnificent Mavens. Congratulations. What deck are you playing?
Thank you. I was playing Ishizu Naturia.
Naturia, okay. And particular reason why?
I think it has a pretty good matchup against the tier deck because you have good mills as well. Like if they're milling your deck, you mill the Ishizus, then you can shuffle back their tier names. So it's pretty competitive into the tier matchup, and it also does decently well into a lot of other matchups like Rogue.
Awesome, awesome. Any shoutouts you want to mention before we begin?
Shout out to Game Nation and my team for pretty much helping me make this top.
Awesome. All right, let's get to the list then.
Okay, so starting off for the main deck, we have 3 Camellia. So this is the normal summon of the deck. On normal or special, when you summon it, it mills a Naturia. The one that you mill, I'll show you later. Basically, it gets all your plays started. You can also use this effect to mill, and it revives one from grave. So it's just your main resource engine. You're just constantly summoning back, milling, and yeah. Then we also play the 3 Mole Cricket. This is your other starter. This one summons 1 from deck unless your opponent has a monster, in which case you're going to summon 2. And yeah, you're summoning this with this, or yeah, you're summoning this with this, and you make a lot of plays. And also the second effect is that it comes back from your grave, so you just keep summoning each other, summon back, and you're never going to run out of resources. Then we also have the negates, which is Sunflower. This one negates monsters by tributing, spells by tributing, spell traps, and this one negates the battle phase. So this one you can mill instead of tributing, so you're going to end on boards that are like this, and when they activate a monster effect, you mill 2, and you can hit a lot of stuff off your mill that helps you win the game, and you can just do it again. So this on its own is 2 monster negates. So that's for the Naturia monsters. And then quickly we have the Ishizu stuff. Just 3 of everything, pretty standard. You guys should probably know what these do if you're playing this format. They're very strong. Yeah. And then pretty cool thing this deck list can do is that since all of our monsters are Earth, we can play the Vernisylph, which is basically just another 3 copies of all the Ishizu cards. And what this does is you pitch 1 and itself, and then you search an Ishizu, and then you get to special an Earth monster from your grave. There's tons of cool targets for this. All of your main deck monsters, like I mentioned, all your Naturias, all that is Earth. There's also a different target, which I'll show you later. And then obviously the 3 orange lights for the Ishizu stuff. This is just broken, you know, negate everything. Negate Shifter, it's pretty good. And then 2 Fenrir. So in this list, you only have to play 2 main. The reason is because you have the Ishizus to shuffle back, the second one. So you're just constantly summoning it, searching, and then just doing that every turn, shuffling back. And you can also, since it's Earth, you can revive this with the Vernisylph. So it's very strong. And also, if your opponent has this in their grave, you go Asa, and you summon back, and you search. So it's very strong. Yeah. So that was it for the main deck monsters. Pretty big count. So for the spells, we don't play that many, just 3 Naturia Blessing. So this one, it has 3 effects, but you only care about the first one. That one lets you summon 1 from your hand or graveyard. The other 2, they're like quick synchro and quick fuse, but you never use that. So this one just revives 1. It's quick effect. You can set it. You can use it during your turn. Draw, stand by main whenever you want. Very strong. Battle 2, you can use this to OTK. If you have an Xyz monster, you detach the materials, summon back when you have attached. It's pretty good. And 3 droplets. So in this deck, you obviously, like this format, people are building huge boards. You need some way to beat it. And the reason droplets is better in this deck than Dark Ruler is because it lets you trigger everything. It lets you trigger your Naturias, it lets you trigger your Ishizu, so it's very broken. And they obviously can still die, right? So this helps you clear boards. Your Naturia monsters aren't very big, so this helps you swing over them as well. Very strong. That's it for the spell cards. And then finally for the traps, we play this. So this is a Naturia Sacred Tree. When it hits the graveyard, not once per turn, it's going to search you a Naturia. So that's what most of your engine revolves around. You're going to, oh, sorry, that's not the right one. You're going to summon this, it's going to mill this, and then you can search literally whatever you want. You can search this, you can search this. So yeah, you're just going to keep summoning all this, summon this, dump this, search this, or dump, like whatever you want. Just get all your engine in play, and then you're going to keep shuffling back with the Ishizu shufflers. You're just going to keep shuffling everything back, and you're going to keep doing the same loop every turn. And you just outgrind your opponent with this deck. So yeah, and the last 2 traps we play are the Gravekeeper traps. So the reason we play this is because our mills aren't going to be as great as the tier deck. So we need a win con that lets us just completely demolish the tier matchup no matter what. I didn't actually see any of this today because most of the time I lost every dice roll. So most of the time game 1 I was going second, and since I didn't play any tier matchups today, I sided this out most of the time. So if it's flu, you need to side this out because obviously this only works if your opponent is going into their graveyard. So tier, Dragon Link maybe, but most of the time I just didn't play the matchups where this was necessary. Yeah, so now for the extra deck. This is very weird extra deck. I think this is probably needs a lot of work. But for the Naturia stuff, we play Beast and Barkion. Beast is very strong. Obviously, like people talk about Beast being like, you know, just a floodgate. They can't activate spells. It's gonna negate a spell card not once per turn by milling 2. That's extremely broken in this deck. Yeah, so you're gonna make Beast a lot of the time. You can use Camellia and Mole Cricket to make this, and then the Mole Cricket will revive itself, so it's pretty free. I didn't make Barkion all day, and I haven't actually ever made this. I'm not playing against Elvish or any matchup where I'd expect to need this. You can just summon the Vein from your deck, but even then, like I don't need it. So you can probably cut that. And then for the bigger synchros,
what does this one do?
this one, it's a level 9. Both these are level 9. When this is summoned, it negates face-up monsters on their field based on the amount of tuners you have in your grave. So a lot of the Naturias we mentioned before are tuners. This is going to basically shut off their whole field. I haven't made it. I didn't make this today. I made this. I wouldn't recommend playing this. I would play like I think there's a Crystron synchro. It's like it's the opposite of Trish. It needs 2 tuners and 1 non-tuner, and it does the same thing. It banishes their whole field. So I would probably play that and the Trish. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't make this today. This is pretty clutch when it comes up. You just, you know, take cards away from everywhere, hand, field, graveyard. Beat Flute player today with that. So then we have the Xyz packages. Is going to be 1 Dugaras, 1 Baguska, and 1 Dweller for going first. I don't think you can cut any of these. You need this for like Sprite, Flu, anything, and then this is Dweller for Tier or Graveyard, anything like that. And Dugaras is like, you need it for a lot of situations where you hard open a lot of your bricks, like if you open Sacred Tree or Exchange the Spirit or even Mole Cricket, like you need to get those cards out of your hand. So you're just going to use the draw effect and then pitch them. Or the alternative is, if you have only Ishizus and you need to get to your Naturia engine, you're going to mill, and you're going to have level 4s because all the Ishizus are level 4. And you're going to summon them this, and you're going to revive whatever you mill, your Ishizu, so you can just, or your Naturia, so you can get into full combo. So yeah, this for going first. I don't think you can cut any of these, pretty mandatory. This is a kind of weird package. So this is your Utopia package. This ranks up to this, and then you can either go this or this. This helps you beat over anything. This is like Boral Sword. This deck has no big monsters. Like the biggest main deck monster is Fenrir. So you need this to out big monsters. There's tons of examples. Like this is the Link 5 Dragon one. So yeah, a thing to keep in mind is you can't go into Zeus from Lightning. This is not allowed. It says on it you can't use it for Xyz material. So if you're going into Zeus, it's going to be like this. You summon this, then put on this, and then this. Or if you need to go into this to out whatever monster. This was really good. I don't know why people are saying it's bad. Like I was talking with my brother. We were on the same team, obviously. There's a 3v3 event, and he said that you can cut this. I disagree. Like this came up a lot, especially since I was playing against Flu. Like you just make this, clear their board. If you out the Bear Stature, it's pretty strong. And then finally for the links,
okay,
we play Sprite, Elf, and Asa. Elf is because Sunflower, which is the Monster Negate one, is level 2. So if you have extra materials, you can go Sunflower and something else into this, and then revive the Sunflower, and you basically just protect it from targeting. And if you can, when you tribute the Sunflower for its own effect, you can revive it back, so you get extra negate. I didn't make this all day, but I did make it at a tournament I played a while ago. I think you should be playing this. And the Asa is your Charmer, obviously. Like people are playing the Dark Charmer in tier. You want to play this here. You can steal Fenrir, you can steal Ishizu, whatever they're playing. Like this is also necessary. So these two are necessary. And then the Jank cards, I did not make either of these today. I haven't made these at all while testing either. They're just really weird. This is for certain situations where you just desperately need a mill, and this is for the Mole Cricket. Yeah, this is just, I don't know. Like, if I had to go through the extra deck, you know, like, you can cut most of these cards. You can cut this and this. So if you want to play more links, like if you want to play Nightmares and Access Code or whatever, like, definitely very playable. Yeah, needs more work, but
Okay, and then finally onto the side.
Yeah, sorry. Finally, the side deck is going to be the last Fenrir.
Okay.
You need this for certain matchups going first. You can just take out maybe one of the Ishizus if you don't need it. You're not playing against tier. I put this in every game, obviously, since I played against nothing but Flu and Sprite. But yeah, you need the third one. And then a small Bisted package for the tier matchup.
Your brother's the one who told me you could do that mid-game. It's crazy.
Next package we play is the Kaiju package. Sorry,
I guess that's because
you
you
gotta play
play-
the Slumber as well.
Okay, clears boards. Okay. How's that working out?
This is really cool because if you play Ishizu, the tier matchup, they mill this, and then they're forced to shuffle it back, or you just get a free Kaiju, and you can just open it. Like it forces at least one interruption. This can get real callous because it's specials, but like, yeah, this is crazy good. It's pretty big, but the package at least is pretty big. But you could cut it if you wanted. Just play like Lightning Storms or something, or Raigeki, but I don't know. I think it's pretty cute. Like, you know, just you mill your cards. You're gonna get a kaiju, a couple kaijus. It's good value. And then this is talents. You take out the droplets going first, and yeah, one Harpy's Feather Duster for back row, and Rise to Full Height. I did not set
What
this
does
in
this
once.
do?
So this has a graveyard effect that the way it works is that your opponent can only attack one monster for the rest of the turn. So it protects your field from being beat over, which in this deck, like all your monsters are tiny. So you need to protect them from being beat over. And you have the Stink Bug in the main deck, which I think I said earlier negates attacks, or negates the battle phase. You can end the battle phase with it. But you can hit this off Ishizu, you can hit this off Curious. That's why I played the Curious to mill this. But yeah, I couldn't find a way to like put this in my main deck because I didn't win the dice roll. So game 3, I'm playing most of the time. I'm playing from behind turn 2, or yeah, I'm going second. So like this, you can cut it. You can play a different trap. But and if don't forget that Kelbeck, if you have Exchange of the Spirit in the grave, when you mill, you can set a trap from your graveyard. So theoretically, this could be like any one floodgate, and you could go Curious, either mill the Kelbeck or mill this, and try and set whatever trap it is that you want, and just set one random floodgate. Gozen's pretty good in this deck because everything's Earth. I guess There Can Be Only One is also not bad because you have tons of different types. I wouldn't recommend playing Warlords, but yeah, that's it for the deck profile.
Amazing. Thank you so much. I think we're being kicked out of the venue, so well finish it up
Yeah,
here.
I think so. It's getting pretty late.
Any last shout outs?
Yeah, shout out Game Nation, shout out my team, Max and Jeff, and shout out Magnificent Mavens. Hopefully
Awesome.
there's something nice in here.
Yeah, good luck on your polls, and yeah, thank you everyone.
you.
Take care.